Hello everyone and welcome back to another Krozzfyre cast. I am Krozzfyre, this is a cast, welcome to Krozzfyre cast. Today I'm going to show you a nice TV2. I don't know if it's nice or not actually, I've not watched it. I tend to not watch the replays before because I want to be in the moment and think in the zone as these guys do, and also hopefully makes for a more exciting cast as well for you lot. So today we have, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to get this replay playing just whilst I'm mumbling along. Today we have suDDen-deAth and Dave. Dave's actually featured one of my casts previously, so they're going to be playing as Ostia, both of them going in tier 1 straight away. And on the left side we have Odeng 101, again another sort of prominent person in the co2.org forums and replay section. And we also have AwesomeEntertainment. And as a general rule of thumb, what I normally tend to do is I tend to follow one person. You know what? Because AwesomeEntertainment has such a great name, I'm going to decide to follow him because I'm sure everything that he does has fireworks involved in it and explosions. Initial capping point then, he's decided to focus on the bottom, which is good because he doesn't have that major cut off to worry about, but they still should send some troops up to this munitions point just to make sure that they can nab it. So a quick note as well on the capping points here. If you wanted to go aggressive with these combat engineers, which as Soviet, okay, he's retreating back. I'm guessing he's going to go back and build a tier 1 or tier 2. He doesn't actually have enough manpower though for it, so maybe a misclick, not too sure, but you shouldn't have retreated that guy out. If you really want to get back, you'd easy enough to walk back. And Uraring up to here, okay, Uraring is fine. It's alright to use it as a gap closer then, if you will. Even if you just go in between caps, it's 5 munitions. By the time the effect wears off, you've probably got those 5 munitions back then anyway. So we see that the nasty, dirty Germans have managed to take a hold in this building, which is going to pose a bit of a problem. Odeng's doing the right thing, he's in cover, he's just firing back and taking the point at the same time, but he's going to start taking some directional fire now, so this cover is no longer valid. He's going to do the right thing once again and get on up out of there. Meanwhile, no support from his ally, but AwesomeEntertainment is just laying in wait. He's going to lay it all on us in one go. He's going to try and cap up this fuel, probably take out these pioneers as they run in recklessly as well. And meanwhile, down the bottom then he's capping up as well. So he's got his conscripts split against two, on pretty much the complete different other axis of the map. He just moved out of the fuel, he's not going to be happy about that. He really wanted to cap, oh no, sorry, he's just about in there. Very luckily, just about in there. But because his conscripts are worlds apart from each other, it means he doesn't really have a good fighting force. Now he's going straight into support weapons. So I'm assuming he just wants to use these conscripts to run out and cap up as much as he humanly can before then getting out some MGs, getting out some mortars, and possibly an AT gun from that building. So yeah, you see he's got an MG building up straight away. In the middle, these engineers have been able to nab the church and start firing rather unceremoniously upon these grenadiers beneath them. And now the fuel is under a bit of a harassment, but he shouldn't be able to stay around there too long. See a nice sandbag going up there. It's quite a nice decision to build it there because this far back, your opponent can't really use it against you. If he was up against here and facing this way, he's not going to be doing too much. But unfortunately, he isn't able to finish it. Now these conscripts are outnumbered and not in cover as well. So unless he was winding up a Molotov, he had no reason to be staying there. These conscripts, yeah, I mean, unfortunately now these guys. Oh, he does actually manage to force off the engineers, which is nice. He did the right thing. He targeted the weaker group and was able to force them off. And again, if these low grenadiers can be forced off, then he could have stood some form of chance. But there's just too many bodies here. This conscript squad, this grenadier squad, does go down. That's really bad, unfortunately. They're from I'm not too sure who it was, whoever the pivot player was. He's not going to be too pleased by that. Now these combat engineers just coming to support these engineers. It's good to see that these grenadiers are suffering badly. So it's actually suDDen-deAth who lost that original grenadier squad. He's in risk of losing this second one as well, just from engineers alone. He does have a mortar right back in his base starting to fire off, and they do have the fuel point denied. Unfortunately, AwesomeEntertainment wasn't awesome enough to queue up his conscripts down there to go on capping. He's now doesn't notice that as soon as I mentioned it. So he's going to start pinging away on these pioneers anyway. His MG isn't in the best place, unfortunately, because he's a bit too far back here. If he was more out in the open, you'd have more line of sight, and you wouldn't have these trees to worry about, which he is now moving up to. So, I mean, the trouble is with the Maxim, you can only really cover one entry. So this is what he's doing here, but if he moved it forward and then still covered this entry, he could be capping at the same time with it. Grenadier's going a bit aggressive for this cutoff down here, which will... Well, it's not going to really deny too much, because they don't have much in the way of territory down there at all. Engineers getting pushed away from the cutoff point. The conscripts that were originally forgotten about are now soft retreating. There you go, now he's sitting around. Like, because they weren't in that green cover, now he's at the green cover. Now he can move back in forward if he wanted to and take up this green cover, which he does there. Meanwhile, up top, he's repositioned his Maxim to fight against his MG, which is kind of alright. He's only going to be firing it until that man survives. When that man dies, he'll no longer be firing on it because he's pinned, he won't be able to move. However, these guys, are very unlucky there, those conscripts. He very nearly got around, he didn't. There's a sniper out for his ally Odeng 100. So he's going to be able to start picking away at some of these troops. These Grenadiers are trying to get as much damage on the Maxim as they can. Maxim should have refocused then when he actually got up to move. But he didn't. He's going to retreat it again. That's kind of a bad decision. He had plenty of health left on that to be valuable and to help out this one conscript squad. He could have just moved it forward, gotten the suppression down, taken the point. Anything like that would have been a lot better than retreating at that moment in time. But there we are. Heat of the moment. He decided to retreat. But he has got another MG out now. Where's this MG going? So this MG is just focused in mid, and we do see the barbed wire go down around this this abandoned tank, so it will not be offering any protection to any advancing austere. Now, they've gained control of this sector here, which is quite important, but there is now a half-track out from Dave. I'm not too sure how much munitions Dave has been spending, but I imagine that he'd be able to upgrade that to a flamer half-track with relative ease. And we do see that AwesomeEntertainment has seen this, and he's going to be getting some 18As out as soon as humanly possible, but not quick enough, unfortunately. He can stick this out if he wants to, and then throw off an 18A. But his partner is now getting out of there. It's going to be difficult. He's going to take a lot of deaths if he does choose to. There he goes. So he's going to AT grenade it. Probably lose a couple more guys. Look, there we are, all flaming up. He's going to have to get out of there. There he goes. But at least he's done the damage to the half-track. The half-track is now impaired, and it's going to take a bit of time to repair it or move to a more preferable position. It's not going to be down your throat and really running amok amongst all of your MGs and your mortars and your AT crews. So at least, like I say, he's got that 18-8 off, so it's preventing him from going any further. So, AwesomeEntertainment with a misposition of his Maxim. That's sounding quite good. Mixed position of his Maxim. He does have conscripts coming to back him up, so all he needs to do now, unfortunately try to pivot on the spot, but luckily enough his opponent ran across him. The best way to do that, instead of just picking up and moving on, if you're going to move on the spot, you have to make sure you've got enough vision on the entire side. Ooh, very nice rifle grenade coming in there across the fence. But yeah, he should have moved back slightly and then set up a field of setup, because if he did that then... Sorry, I'm just checking out the play. Nice little push off here. If he had picked up this MG, moved back slightly, and then set up, he would have had a greater range of fire in the cone. If I show you on this MG, look, the closer you are to the MG, the narrower it is, so it's more difficult to actually. Okay, he's repositioning this one now as well, so I can't show you. But the narrow field of vision is closer to the Maxim. The further away it is, the larger the field of fire, and therefore the more chance you're going to have of nipping those players and. No damage done there. Nipping away those players and suppressing them or pinning them and then being able to deal plenty of damage. So a mine down in the middle now from AwesomeEntertainment, so that should provide some AwesomeEntertainment. We have another rifle nade going off. I didn't quite see where that one was. What was down here? Okay, Grenadiers retreat now. So now we see that it's just basically bodies that are winning this battle. Guard squad's going to go head to head with this one lone Grenadier who does not enjoy fighting against 3 people at one time. So he's gonna... What is he going? Oh, do you know what? Yeah, there you go. I thought he might have. Now that's kind of revealing. He should have picked up on this now. Why would he run down towards the edge of the map? What is down on the edge of the map that he could possibly use? And obviously it's that half track that he's been repairing. So okay, so now he definitely knows as soon as he's popped out. But that's a little something for you to think about. Like, why would my opponent send his troops there? This guy's dead. Oh, is he dead? No, he's going to get out. Okay. So this guy needs to charge in as quickly as he can behind on the flank and get the 18 off. But unfortunately, he doesn't. The MG has to get out of there as well. So the MG won't be doing any damage to that light vehicle. And they should be able to retain control of the bottom now. In terms of map control, it's been quite 50-50. But in terms of the VPs, it has been in the hands of the Soviets for the majority of the game, giving them a small little advantage in the long term. So we've got the pack gun out for Dave, and we've also got the Zis gun out for AwesomeEntertainment. He has got 1 CP, nearly 2 CPs, but he hasn't decided to go for a commander yet, which is no worries. These conscripts needed to throw their grenade, they haven't, so they need to get out. That's right, not stay there and try and throw it way too late. Oh! Okay. So he went down to the Devil's Flames there. Excuse me. So this fuel point is now being contested, which is going to be a bit of a relief for the Ostia because they haven't had a great dominance over the fuel, over the bottom fuel and things like that. They've had okay, but you know, the more fuel that the Ostia have, the more pressure they can do. Whereas on the flip side, they're fighting that one down in the wire. On the flip side with Soviet fuel income doesn't really matter as much, but if they have enough of it early, then it can really it can lead to T-70 charge. Okay, I don't know what he's doing here. He needs to get these guys out. They've done their job. They capped up, and everything else then is just a waste. So I think he's probably trying to wait for the half track to come. Came too late. He's going to eat an 18-8, is he? Throw your 18-8, mate, and then run away. Go, well played. And now he's got this Maxim covering this point as well, so if any of the troops try to come up, he's going to get picked away. And also he'll start doing some nice damage against the half-track with the machine gun if he so chooses to run straight in there like full force into his face, especially having the engine engine damage, and the Zis gun chiming in as well. This could be a nice opportunity for barrage if he does manage to get it. There you go. Now he wants to barrage straight away because this guy is being suppressed. He's not quite pinned. She's not going to auto retreat him. Now he's got 2 there. He's got 2 blobs. This is a perfect opportunity. And he has the munitions as well. Unfortunately, he doesn't use it. And they're able to use enough to get out. Ooh, see? Yes, awesome mine. Awesome Entertainment with an awesome mine. So he's just laid that up so nicely for his Iskans to take that half track, and he will be pleased with that because I know I am. This machine gun now needs to come and take this point and just cover this entry here real quick. He's going to move his Zis gun instead, or he's moving both. Okay, we'll see what pans out with that. Back in base, then he's... he did lose that conscript squad, and it is a pain when you lose a conscript squad. And the question then becomes late game, do I replace them? And at this point, I mean, it's kind of... It is very 50-50 whether I would replace that squad or not. I mean, I don't know how much use it would have for the rest of the game. This Maxim, unfortunately, yeah, he's way out of position. Look, you can't use your Maxim as an assaulting force, because it takes so long to set up, and it has such a narrow field of vision as well. It's never really going to end well. This gun, again, is in kind of a good position to drop a barrage around by here, because he's got these grouped up infantry, and the barrage does insane amount of damage, especially against infantry like that. But he's going to retreat it back, which is kind of, ooh, lucky mortar strike. Does take a lot of damage from that mortar strike. And he has to release this cutoff once again. But, like I say, it's not the end of the world losing this cutoff. The only point they got here is the victory point, which doesn't actually give them any fuel or munitions or anything, or manpower. It just gives them the VPs. So, this sniper... Yeah, sniper needs to move. He needs to move. There you go, now he's moving. 100-gun squad is very much in danger of going down, but he can't really afford a chase. But he's going to continue to pick away and do manpower drain. That's the best thing about Soviets is their troops generally tend to be a lot cheaper to replace than yours as austere. So you don't want to get in a tit-for-tat battle. You don't want to get in a one-for-one loss. You want to be always trying to be doing more damage than you receive. Another grenade coming in. Yeah, this MG is going to eat it. Again, a huge amount of damage done. He's been some really nice rifle nades from suDDen-deAth. Unfortunately, he's not getting many squad wipes from them. So, whilst they are vetting up his infantry for him, they aren't really inhibiting AwesomeEntertainment in terms of his complete build, but these pioneers are going to have to run away from the flames, but the flame track is in serious danger of this T-34 just chasing him away and picking him away, but no, he's decided to stop. He could have just ran over that guy whilst he was being retreated, so poor micro there, poor micro from the T-34. He should have been more confident in what he wanted to do and what target he wanted to prioritize, because he's just forced him off, he can come back and fight another day, you know, it's only a matter of time. So he hasn't done a huge, the great amount of impact that he could have done, because he's revealed his T-34 to be down here. You know, this P4 is going to be fine on his own up top. He knows there's no vehicles up here that can really challenge him. There's no pack gun. The pack gun's still in mid. But the Austria can react to this T-34. They can bring their pack gun down here if they want, or they can just choose to not send vehicles down here because they're scared of the ram. etc., etc. So revealing units really is big, and I don't think people really people don't recognize that as much as they should. Punch Grenadier is going to get in this building and will probably force off these conscripts unless you can throw off a nice Molotov in there. But yes, revealing units means they know which building you've gone, they know what tech you've gone, they know what command you've gone, and all that information should be used to create a profile of what to expect next, what to expect now, how to counter these things. So, like I say, choosing to reveal a T-34 then wasn't the best because you didn't manage to get anything done with it. And if you'd used this T-34 wisely, you could have gone up and rammed that Panzer IV, which would have resulted in a definite kill. And again, this P4 coming around the corner, he should turn and face it as soon as possible. The mine right there, he could hit this mine. Is he going to hit the mine? He does hit the mine. So it's fantastic. Now you can micro away. He needs to sort of micro it so he's not got his rear armor facing him. And this Su-85 needs to get down here ASAP to finish off this guy. T-34 probably will go down now. Unfortunately can't ram because he does have engine damage. So I think... there you go. He goes down in little boil flames. And now he's gone for half-track. The half-track is kind of a nice idea. It will... When it's upgraded, which he is upgrading it straight away, which is the right thing to do, he will start to be able to defend off any scout planes or any overhead vehicles, really. Ziskan, unfortunately, was repositioning when this half-track decided to make his presence known. He's going to need one shot, and there is also the Su-85 coming in, but I think I just seen a flare coming down. Did I just see a flare? I did see a flare coming down. So now these guys need to get out as soon as possible. We see the strafing run coming in. Okay, so now we see that this has come just in the right time. Look, it's able to start. He needs to move it again, though, because the flare is on him again. And that's not going to be a strafing run, I don't imagine. But you can see the gun... Ooh. Move away, there's more coming. Move away, there's more coming. Run away, dude. There he goes. Okay, but he's going to start shooting at this overhead planes. This strafing run won't last as long as it normally does. There you go, it goes down. He gets the experience from it as well. He gets the kill experience. So be pleased with that. Now the P4 is shooting after this MG. MG has no place there. There you go. He's rightly moving it out. Meanwhile, these conscripts going for the field. Yes, he can also get. He could have also. Okay, 2 P4s now. Now he definitely needs to get off one. No, he needed to stay. He needed to get an 18-8 off before he ran away. Because I mean, again, he's revealed that he's got 2 P4s down there. Dave has. The Ziskan did survive. Yeah, Ziskan did survive, but he's got no other vehicle. Second M5. Okay. I can see the arguments for having a second M5 because it will instantly shoot down. Well, not instantly, but it very quickly shoot down any overhead planes. But 2 at this point, no. He needs more anti-tank. He needs to sort of save that fuel for an Su-85. Well, at least a T-34, if not 2. Because as soon as you start getting multiple T-34s that are supported by an SU, suddenly it doesn't matter if you lose them because the SU will wrap up everything that you don't. Alright, I mentioned that in another cast. As soon as you have a mortar, your enemy has a mortar because his own mortar just did. Took half of his squad down. That's not going to be pleasant. But P4 is now moving forward. He's challenged by the Su-85. He's not managed to get it. There you go. He gets one shot off there. But we do know that there's 2 more P4s about somewhere. So he needs to be really conservative with this Su-85. Move it back now, I would, because you're a bit too far out in the open. There's a flank able to come here. There is this mine placement again. I do like this mine placement. There's been some great mines in this match so far. And also a drop DP machine gun. Someone should try and pick that up through the trees if possible. So yeah, I mean, Soviets have a slight map advantage. Sorry, the Ostia have a slight map advantage as they have most of this bottom. They've also got it OP'd up down here as well as a small foothold into the top. But we see this guy is encountering a P4. He needs to retreat as soon as he can. Keep running, mate. Keep running. 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 He does. Great. And this gun has got into position to take some shots at this guy, which is also great. Conscripts are... What are you doing, conscripts? You're a bit too far out of the way to flank, and this guy's being forced off. So unfortunately, you weren't able to really make that one into the play you could have. One of these half-tracks would have been great if you sent them down south to support these conscripts. But as it stands, there's a very strong flank down south that you need to deal with. So I mean, another Ziskan isn't a bad move. The only trouble is it's static, so these Panzer IVs can move about as much as they want. They're welcome to use any flank that they will. And if you have 2 Ziskans in one position, it becomes either a position that you'll entirely avoid, or something that just attracts some form of off-map artillery, that sort of thing. But you can see this guy does do a lot of damage against the infantry. So in terms of beating back the Panzer Grenadiers that aren't upgraded, and the Grenadiers that have been supporting the tanks, it's fantastic. But this P4, look at this damage it takes. Look, 2 frontal shots from the Su-85 is down to about half HP, down to about third HP now. And this other guy is not because there's been no damage done to him whatsoever. I think because Panzer IVs are so scared and so afraid of Su-85s that the first thing they do is retreat. The last thing they think of is actually attacking it. If he was able to get a nice flank up with one of them rather than having both of them in one position, he'd be able to get around the back side of that Su-85 and laugh at him. But rightly so, it's protected by, well, another Su-85 and this pack gun. You can see some artillery coming in now, some off-map artillery called in. Does some good overall damage, but doesn't actually wipe anything. A little unfortunate. You should have focused it more here. We do here. Let me take the fog of war off real quick. This emplacement is going to go down, or it's going to take a lot of damage from this incoming howitzer. I really just want to stay and watch because there's a nice emplacement there from suDDen-deAth. Look, the vision is the amount of vision, the amount of range he's got can go right down the base if needs be. And as soon as he gets another veterancy on it, it'll be more. Completely destroyed that pack gun, which is excellent news for the Austere. Not so much for the Russians. He did build that replacement one. Su-85 taking a shot there, another Su-85 taking another shot at this Panzer IV. Panzer IV is overextended. There's no two ways about it. He's overextended, he's got no backup. He's gone on a bit of a... He's done a KTB and gone on a mission, but it's not the right mission. What he has done is revealed that there is a clump of armor and troops here, so he's showing that there is a good... These Su-85s can't quite manage to turn around and take them out. But he's showing there's a good target for more artillery strikes, really. So we've got 2 damaged P4s back at home, who will be starting to get healed up now. And there's another P4 as well, out of 3 P4s against 2 Su-85s. At this point, it's difficult because AwesomeEntertainment went tier 3, and after you go tier 3, if you didn't get the T70 rush, you think, well, what is there next now? This gun needs to redirect as well. And you know, when in a 1v1, I would never really recommend T-34 simply because they don't do much damage. Yes, you can get a ram off, happy days, but like I say, you'll probably be losing more than you will be taking out, and the cost is a bit too expensive in order to do that. But now he's backed up by Su-85s, and he needs to get more T-34s out so we can just immobilize the tank straight away, and then the Su-85s can come in, swoop in, just pick up the kill, and then he can get that T-34 repaired and back it out. So that's what he needs to do if he's going to stick in tier 3. Otherwise, he needs to just get tier 4 now. And it's always a difficult decision when you've gone for tier 3 or you've gone for tier 4 and you want to back tech or up tech, whatever. It's difficult because you think, oh, well, you know, my opponent isn't doing this right now. He's getting more units out. I need to get more units out. Well, sometimes you need to think like a bit more ahead than that. So a tier 4 would have been great at any point. Just to have another Su-85 in the field. You've got 3 Su-85s against 3 Panzer IVs. There's very little chance of them winning that armored engagement. See another Panzer IV coming in. I believe that's 4. Yeah, when these guys get healed up, there'll be 4 Panzer IVs in the field. Up against 2 Su-85s and a pack gun. Now, flanking is important, and he hasn't decided to go up around this top flank yet, but as you can see, he's got his troops there. It's a bit of a precursor to him denying the vision, and hopefully utilizing the flanks that it offers. Let's take the fog of war back off. I feel like I'm cheating with fog of war on. Su-85 takes a huge shot from one of the... Ooh! There you go, look. Very nicely done. Just picked that one Su-85 apart, and now suddenly they're about a half vision. This Su-85, no, you don't want to go charging in, mate. Especially against this pack emplacement. I missed that entirely. A pack emplacement there as well, and so that was what was doing that huge damage. I thought it might be howitzer shot. Su-85 is probably going to go down in this one shot. No! No! The Ziskin and the Vet 2 Su-85 live on and take out that Panzer IV. Very pleased by that. But again, these two are now underutilized. They're not really doing much. They're just sort of sat back trying to hope that there's going to be a strafing one that they can shoot down. He has got plenty of infantry, but he's not really using it much to cap around. He's sort of got everything bundled in the space. Meanwhile, Odeng has gone in the top to try and react to this this push. Good little grenade doing paying for its way, and he's got a nice open flat concave against these troops. So even though these are in negative cover, he can shoot at pretty much everything he wants, and he's hiding nicely from the line of sight from this bush. So there you are, he's able to push out these troops when he's got less expensive troops to use on his own. But a point to note then, I haven't actually noted, was the actual doctrine. He's gone for the conscript repair in ISU 152, so that's probably what he's doing with his fuel and his munitions. He's just trying to save fuel and manpower, excuse me. Trying to save for an ISU 152. Ooh, this building goes down. Now this is a key play because that MG was able to quite safely attack from any of these flanks, but now it doesn't, thanks to the howitzer, and the howitzer is still doing damage, still sort of throwing these shells down, and ooh, very close one there. So, the Germans have done this very well. They've got emplacements of their own and artillery to fire over the top, so they can't advance straight down this road thanks to that Pack 43, excuse me. They are starting to do a bit of top flank. Okay, that plane goes down. Again, I don't know if it's a strafing one or a scout plane, but it does go down, and again, he gets experience for it. He's got bet one for this one guy now. Anyway, back to the top. Like I say, the top has got no fixed emplacements in there, so it's free-for-all. It's been a free-for-all for most of the game. Most of the actions happen around the central VP or around these munition points, or at least the game that I've been watching anyway. Obviously, there's a lot more action going on than I can keep up with. For example, something I've not even mentioned is the victory points in our situation, which has been 2-1 for a very long period, and the Austere, even though they seem to be winning the fights, they're in a lot of trouble. I mentioned this before. I mean, winning the game doesn't come down to who kills more units. It comes down to who has the victory points at the end of the day. A very nice button going down this Panzer IV, who's going to be mincemeat in the hands of this S-85 for those free shots he garners. Another button going down by the next guard squad, so excellent follow-up play. Had the munitions readily available. This P4 is easily taken out. And now with good support from this upgraded scout cars, upgraded half-track, he should be able to push off these Panzer Grenadiers quite easily. But that said, you know, there's nothing that's countering this pack in here and this howitzer back here. The howitzer actually got veterans 2 now. Let's have a look how many kills he's got. 30 kills! Wow, that guy's paid for himself. And this mean machine in front, he's got veterans 1 as well. And look at the range he's got. It goes so far down, all the way down to here. Look, so it's covering all the major points, really, major points of entrance for the Soviet player. 75 points though, but they are starting to decap this middle point now. And as you can see, the mass ball that they once had around here has had to move and react to the artillery that was coming into it. Ooh, this S-85 is trying to go shot for shot with this pack gun, which is not great, seeing as the pack gun behind it. Ooh, actually the pack gun behind it doesn't quite have the range. We need to move that out of there right now. Is he going to get another shot off? I'm not too sure what's going on here. Maybe lost the maybe lost vision. I'm not too sure. Why can I see everything? There you go. Meanwhile, this gun is going toe to toe with these these pioneers, who will have to retreat very soon thanks to the back of these guys. So look, he's got a huge amount of resources banked up. If we don't see an ISU 152 coming out, then I don't know what he's been waiting for. But like I say, everything seems to be falling right. The Zodiac stars are in line. It should be an ISU 152 pretty soon. Conscript squad goes down. He needs to replace the conscript squad now. Why? Because he's got three support weapons. He's got the MG, he's got the mortar, and he's got this pack gun. It's this gun, excuse me. And you can obviously reinforce any of these with the conscripts, should you so choose, and also recover them as well. Having only one conscript in the field means that it's not going to be doing much damage. Oh, okay. These Panzer IVs are now in a very good position. Yeah, he comes around like he's going for like the base race. He's going to be able to take out this Su-85, no problems. But this pack, this gun is coming in to try and stop it. But I mean, all he needs to do is get one more shot off and then get out, or maybe two shots, Now he's in danger. Look, now he's in a lot of danger now that these guards have arrived. Oh, this is so close. No, he does go down, and this is going to be I'm sure this is going to be a strafing run in base. Nope, it's not. It's going to be a bombing run. Doesn't do a huge amount of damage, does take down quite a few troops in the guards, but unfortunately no squad wipes. And there you go, there's the ISU 152. You've been missing all game. He finishes off that Panther who was so rude to just walk on in his base. But let's see what he can do as ISC-152. See if he keeps him at range. He should probably upgrade this MG just so he gets another gun, shooting those planes down, but also to be more efficient against the infantry. He can take shots against this Panzer IV easy enough, but looks like he's been a bit too slow. He's trying to micro around a bit, and he's going to lose vision of him now. Now he doesn't want to go in too far because of the pack gun and the pack placement. So SC-152 is in a bit of okay, now he's going to take some shots at this guy. Now it's good. But I was going to say he's in a bit of a bother because his range is outmatched by this guy. Ooh, lovely mortar going down. So the mortar, even though it's pinned by the strafe wounds, they will take that shot out. ISC-152 again. I'm just not too happy with this positioning. He does have his guards to help him out, but he is a little bit forward with, especially this building down. I mean, I'd like to see him either down this road so we can fight right down here, or on this road here so we can fight right down there. Again, strafe wound being annoying. If he'd upgraded this MG, he'd have something to shoot at the least. Panzer IV, stolen Panzer IV. I neglected to mention that because I didn't see it happening, unfortunately. Terribly sorry about that, but AwesomeEntertainment has been providing some awesome entertainment. Some flares going down here. Ooh, he needs to run! Run away! Run away! Ow! Guards go down. So that's one guard squad out of the way anyway. So last year, like I say, even though they're struggling massively with VPs, they are dominating the field at the moment. This ISC-152 has now shown that his day is unnumbered. Look at that. 2 shots from this emplacement. That's all it took. Veterancy 3 for him now as well. So let's have a look at Veterancy 3. I don't think I've seen a Vet 3 pack in placement before. So Veterancy 1 gives him the target weak point, which is able to stun a vehicle, increases weapon damage in Veterancy 2, and more weapon damage and adds armor in Veterancy 3. So, like I say, 2 shot in an ISC-152, that's very impressive, but then again, he was dead as soon as the moment he stepped by here. It was a very slow moving vehicle. Very long range, and that's how you need to use it. So the stolen P4 goes down. This P4 with the collector's edition skin, which looks beautiful, and it can be yours for the small price of $29.99 US dollars, I believe, or whatever money you use. I think it was 30 quid for me, 30 pounds. Anyway, this P4 is now on a rampage along with all the troops. This mortar squad is not going to be able to do anything. He just gets absolutely jibbed and obliterated and legs it for his life. And nice look. Oh wow! An excellent grenade from those guards there. So completely wiping the squad and bringing down the Panzer Grenadiers to their knees. To see, yeah, as I say, if you can get a vehicle button off here, then oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, there's nothing. He managed to get the button off just to impede the rampage, should we say? But there's no anti-vehicle behind him to do any damage at all to it. So he just needs to get these guys out. Yeah, he needs to get these guys out now. Like they're not able to do much. And yeah, this game is looking like, well, I don't know. I don't. Ooh, that is how you counter emplacements. So that was actually done by AwesomeEntertainment. You can see he's got his cooldown, his precision bombing strike. He just sent his pioneers right up here. I didn't even notice it. That's how sneaky he was. He sent his pioneers all the way up here just until he got vision. And there's nothing that the Austere player could have done to prevent that. So yes, it's a big win, and especially with that Panzer going down as well, that Panzer IV, now that their army, I mean, I was about to say that this looks kind of very much in the hands of the Austere now, but that was some big blows they just dealt there, some very big blows, and so, I don't know, is this game, I don't know what's going to happen in this game. I'm genuinely just undecided. I mean, the Russians have only got this one Su-85, and there's 4 tanks out now as well. 4 Panzer IVs as well. There's this artillery, a fresh artillery piece. So did that get destroyed? So much action, guys. I can't even keep up. I don't know whether that got destroyed or just recrewed. There is a bit of a fire there, but something went on. Obviously lost his infantry, but he's just throwing shells wherever he wants. So if he throws a shell anywhere around here, he's probably going to hit something. Because AwesomeArt has used this front of his base as his parking lot, if you will, then of his troops. So if his troops haven't got anywhere really in plan to go, he's using this as a like I say, just like a parking lot, just to store his troops more than anything. He's kind of protecting this VP, but not really that well. This top VP is going to go into the hands of the there was a slight 2-to-1 there, but it's going to go straight back into the hands of the German. So you know, there's not a hard point down here at all. There's a lot of fighting action up top now, but as I say that, AwesomeEntertainment has realised it, and he's going to go and try and nab this victory point now, because that is going to be their game plan at the moment. It's not going to be let's you know, wipe out the German forces. It's going to be, can we sneakily do a great amount of damage, but it does clip him on the back. This gun's able to turn well. He's going to get a shot off, I believe, but that MG gun does go down to, I don't know what fire. This other Zis gun is going to go. Oh god, these Panzergrenadiers are just muling these guys here. The S-35 does manage to take down the Panzer IV, but these are the right choice. These Panzergrenadiers are the right choice against the S-35s, because they don't take as much damage, and they do quite a fair bit in terms of the Panzerschrecks. But he is eating shot after shot, and a couple of these guys will go down. He's unable to get too close because this will suppress him and eventually drive him off. Now he needs to get that Panzergrenadier out of there. He needs to try and recover the rifle as well if he can with these Panzergrenadiers. Meanwhile, in the middle VP, which has gone over to the Austrians, which is now a triple cap. It's being defended by these conscripts. These Vet 3 conscripts with the Flamer are going to do very well against the Panzergrenadiers, but he's just sitting in the face of so much fire. I really wish that he'd just gone straight down to the bottom here and try and take this point, but things are starting to fray and fall apart now for the Soviets. There's I mean, that ISC-152 is a waste. It was a huge waste. You really need a lot of practice with it before you can become good with it. You need to know when not to use it. That's the most difficult thing, I think, in Company of Heroes 2. Learning when not to use your fuel, when not to use your munitions, when not to use a certain unit. So he revealed it straight away. He was up here, he's being cumbersome around here. Like I say, if he just kept it right back here where this gun is even, he'd have had a vision right up to around about here, and he'd been protected from most things. All the same with this road, he could have had vision all the way down here as well. So it's just learning the right points and places to put that ISU-152. But other than that, he should have gone to tier 4 at some point, because unless he was going to spam out T-34s, which he hasn't, he needs to contribute to the anti-tank with more S-35s. He has gone to get some shock troops now, which it is a little late in the game to be getting these guys, and they aren't very expensive. But as you can see, they did quite a nice little number there, and they will be easy enough pushing away these pioneers, because they are experienced troops with better armor and equipment. Meanwhile, in the mid, is that Panzer IV? Could have been Panzer IV. Some more smoke going down now. So could this be another bombing run coming in? It is a bombing run, and that's a strike, my friends. Was it worth it to take out one of those M5s? Not really. M5's cost, let's have a look at the tooltip. 120 manpower for 30 fuel, plus the 90 munitions. I guess it kind of breaks even, but I mean, there are better priorities to take out. I think he's probably more going for the Zis gun than the actual half track, but there we are. He's nailed something with it, and that's the main thing. It's very difficult to actually kill things with those precision bombing strikes, because things just move so quickly, or most things move too quickly for it to be caught. Some more howitzer shots going down right outside from the base. Things are looking very grim for AwesomeEntertainment. We've only got the one conscript squad, the pioneers, sorry, excuse me, common engineers, and this guy, and an AT gun right in the back of his base. So yeah, a lot of the action is obviously happening up on this top VP now. S-85 is being protected with a good variety of troops. He's got the soft counters for the... Oh, another... That was how you do a precision bombing strike, though. Taking out the MG very accurately, forcing the guards off, very nearly taking them out as well, and wow, S-85 goes down. That is it. Like that, that is this match over. There is no chance now that I see of the Soviets being able to come back from this. They've lost too much, and the Austria have been able to, I mean, especially this red player, this Dave, he's done fantastic at keeping his tanks alive. Not doing a huge amount, but they're soaking up damage when they go in, keeping them alive and then keeping them on the field. So if we swap over to Dave, there you go, look at this army there, like 4 Panzer IVs in play, as well as plenty of Panzer Grenadiers as well. So he's going to be enjoying that, and suDDen-deAth, his teammate, well, he only has one P4 out at the moment. He's been a little bit more reckless with his P4s, I feel. But he does catch the rear armor of this S-85. He can get a shot or two off, then it makes it more of an even battle. But unfortunately, he's focusing on the troops for now. But there we are. Let's take a quick look at Odeng's army. Odeng's army is very small as well. A couple of guards, no veterancy, just one SU-85 with a little bit of veterancy. So jump back to AwesomeEntertainment. Yeah, so I mean, like I say, the unit superiority at the moment in time belongs to the Germans, and if they coordinated their front, they can really just collapse in together on this top half, wipe out all of one army's troops, and then have the rest of the map for themselves. But the trouble is that they've got the VP clock in their heads. You know, this VP clock has been ticking down. It is quite low. It's at 43, but they're triple capping now, so it's a matter of time. It's how long can they hold these points for, and then we'll think about finishing off the armies. So it's smart play. It's smart, gradual, step-by-step play, and this is how they should be doing it. I think I'm a bit too much of an impatient player. I think I like the glory too much, you know. I want to go in and finish everything, but no, it's smart play, and they're just slowly creeping up. They're moving forward their emplacements and their vehicles. So they got a strong hardpoint now down this bottom one, which is going to go on a bit of a wander. Like I say, he's going to be revealed because this point has a small amount of vision around it. There you are. So he's revealed a tank, or he's going to reveal both tanks. Both tanks. So I mean, unfortunately, AwesomeEntertainment isn't awesome with his micro. Quite, but I mean, this guy is toast anyway. Unless he gets off a really good 18-8 on this other vehicle. No, yeah, there you go. He's got the right choice there because his vehicle is very low anyway. The vehicle is pretty much going to go down. So now, oh, I didn't realize he had two Ziskans there. So happy days for him. Turn, mate, turn. Reinforce your troop or merge squad. Do something. Turn. There you go. So he's merged squads, so this guy's going to keep his veterancy. Just move these guys back and pair them up. These guys should be able to reinforce off this point. Yes, they do, because the reinforce button is there and available. Turn your Ziskan. Turn your Ziskan. Please. There you go. Now he's out of control. So that shows me, at least, why I shouldn't just push forward when I'm winning. The VPs are very slowly, well, very quickly actually, ticking down, so it's going to be break-even quite soon. See that this SU-85 22 is picking away this guy, but there's no threat to any of the three of the VPs. I'm going to take the Fog of War off the remainder of the match, just so you can sort of see the positioning and the dominance that the Austria are able to employ. There's another... Wow, look at that! Oh! Alright, I think I realized what has happened. I'm so gutted that my camera didn't miss it, but he managed to shoot down one of those either scout planes or something like that. And it crashed into his Pack 43, his Pack 43 that she re-bought and decrewed it. So that's quite funny. That's made me giggle. And again, we're seeing this. Actually, it's not too bad now. He's got two SU-85s out. This Panzer IV is going to be in trouble. Good use of the overdrive there just to make sure he gets on out. Wow, where do they get? I mean, they got the two munitions OPs down here, and they've really started paying dividends. They've been throwing those precision bombing struns all game, and well, especially in the late game, they've been able to make them sort of every couple of minutes. This P4 is going to go down to another shot from the S-35, who has the range on him. The other thing you quite recognise that he couldn't quite get out of there anyway because of the building. You'd have to try and make around some things, and it wouldn't have worked out in his favour. Okay, that guy gets one shot as he's trying to run in. This package moving forward. Sorry, Ziska, and again, I've not seen him use the barrage ability. AwesomeEntertainment, if you don't know, the barrage ability is this one down here. You get it from veterancy 0, so you don't have to get any veterancy for it, and it tears a hole in troops. It really does. So this VP is now... Oh, both the top VP and the bottom VP are going to be contested. At the moment, they still lie in hands. Some more smoke going down here. I expect to... Oh, that was his own. That was his own bombing run. Alright, so that's how not to use bombing run on your own guys. Again, I can kind of see what he was trying to go for. He's trying to lay it up and set it up, but these guys eat the brunt of it. But unfortunately, his own very expensive troops ended up eating it, so whoopsie. This VP does go into control of Odeng, but they're really on the back foot now. This guy's trying to run up just to try and cap the point, but he doesn't realize that the pack-ends in there. He's not going to be able to displace that, especially with these Panzer Grenadiers coming on the flank around it. This made into a hard point down here as well. So, yeah, I mean, like I say, he's got two Ziskans and no barrages used. He's got enough munitions for both of them to be barraging. Which it's just one of the great things about the Soviet build, really, is that this does great anti-infantry by having the barrage. It is one of the better barrages in the game. I believe it is exactly the same as the Su-76, which does obviously free. But yeah, he's gonna they're going to lose this game. But hopefully AwesomeEntertainment has been able to pick up a couple of tips from this matchup. Hopefully. But then again, it's been very well played. I mean, Odeng hung in there very well. He had some great S85 play and such. Dave has played very well. suDDen-deAth has played very well. I think that AwesomeEntertainment just needs to work a little bit on a couple of his like his builds and his placements and things like that. But it's made for a great game. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I've had a lot of those moments where I've made some funny noises. You know I'm having a good time if I'm making funny noises. That means I'm surprised. A good grenade going off from these guys, but not really doing much damage. With the follow-up grenade, still not doing that much damage. Okay. You can tell that wasn't what I had in my head. But as we can see, the victory points have taken down. 3 points left. It's going to be 1 point left very shortly, and it's going to be a good game. So, I mean, excellent play from all 4 players there. I've had a great time casting. I hope you guys have had a great time watching, and join me again on Krozzfyre casts. Thanks, guys. Take care.